Hello, friends, and welcome back to episode 26 of Crits&Knits. Does anyone want to summarize what happened last time?
Sure!
It's usually DB's job.
DB, was it? Here.
Yes.
We were in a bar, and Nellitha left with some hot young thing.
She sure did.
And was never seen again.
Uh-huh.
Ever.
We were at a table with a dwarf family.
Yeah, Gabriel and his wife Glinda.
Yeah, and they told us how their cart was destroyed by some random lightning in a big storm cloud on the road, and we recalled that we did not see such a thing on the main road. So we went out and took our little lie detector lady with us.
Yes.
And found just like a pile of ashes where the cart was supposed to be.
As one does.
Yep.
Herder wrote a note back to Hespera.
Oh, yeah.
Telling her that he's cheating on her several times over.
No. Look, Herder is naturally friendly. People are drawn to him. Even when he rolls a 1 on persuasion, they are persuaded to join him.
In some cases, yes.
So, yes, Herder got Saritha, the cleric, to come with us, and she made him a little uncomfortable in the zone of truth when we got back to town.
That's right.
And Erasmus hung out with Gideon, or Gabriel rather, telling stories. Gabriel had heard of Erasmus before and his association with horses, and he's legendary. And so they were swapping stories while we went to go look for Gabe's wagon.
You did determine that it was definitely necromantic magic that happened out there.
Yes.
Saritha did some pretty big magic out there. I think Isolde picked up on just how powerful the thing was that she did, but I'm not sure if anyone else realized it. And you got back that evening, and Nellitha was still not there. You spoke to the bartender, and the bartender had suggested that you try visiting the magistrate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, feeling good about things, huh?
Always.
Nothing could have possibly gone wrong.
No.
But we are going to jump back in time just a little bit.
Oh, can we do the wavy? I love that we all did that.
So we are rewinding back to the previous afternoon when you first arrived at the pub, and Nellitha, you had settled in at a table in the back, and you overheard this fellow, Gabriel, talking about the storm and the lightning and all of the things happening out between here and Pennycross. And you were getting settled in to have a good listen and see what you could find out, when this rather handsome young human man comes up to you and sits down at the table beside you.
Beside me, not like across from me?
Beside you.
Interesting. I shift away from him a bit.
New in town, are you?
Well, just arrived, actually.
Been here before?
No, never.
You sure about that?
I think I would remember a place like this.
One would think. And he pulls something from his pocket and lays it down on the table and then lifts his hand a little bit. And it is very clearly the badge of a lawman. And he puts his hand back down on it and puts it back in his pocket. You sure you've not been in town before? Perhaps traveling through, making some purchases?
Never.
Perhaps purchasing a ring?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
He very pointedly looks at the neck of your shirt, and there's the spot where something would be hanging off a chain around your neck, and looks there. You want to try answering that again?
What do you want?
I have some questions for you.
Ask away.
About the item that you have.
I have many items, actually.
I would like to ask about the one that is calling to me like a beacon. But I think perhaps this is not the location to have this conversation.
I glance around. And where would you like to have this conversation?
There's a place in town.
A jail cell.
No, I don't work within the law. Not like that.
Interesting. So the badge is real? Actually, would I be able to have seen it enough? Is it real?
Roll an insight check.
18.
Yes, it is real.
You don't work within the law. Did you steal that then?
I don't work within the law for all of my jobs.
Interesting. All right, lead the way.
Lovely. And he begins leading you out of the bar.
I down my drink first.
Isolde catches sight of you leaving. And as you're on your way out the door, you point out the gentleman telling stories in the back. She gives you a nod and a bit of a look, and the man turns around and looks at you, raises an eyebrow.
I don't make it look like I'm actually doing anything. I don't want him to know that I am with people. Just keep following him out.
All right. He leads you out of the pub, and
pretending to limp to make it look like I am just a feeble old woman.
All right. Give me a performance check.
Okay. 18.
Okay. As you step outside, he pauses and, do you need some assistance? And offers you his arm.
Oh, that's very kind, but I'll be okay.
If you're sure.
Yeah.
We're not going too far. There's a place just down the street here. And he takes you down the main street of town. You get to the town square. You see the mayor's building. It's probably where the mayor lives, but also where all the government stuff happens.
The White House.
And the equivalent thereof, yes. And beside that is the magistrate. And beside that is, well, it's just a door. A little bit further down, there's there are some shops and things. But this door between the magistrate and the next set of shops, the wall is continuous between the magistrate's building and the next set of shops. And this door is just sort of in the middle of it. There's nothing announcing it. There is no signage. There's nothing special about it.
No thieves cant around or anything like that?
Absolutely nothing.
While we were walking, was anybody watching us?
Roll me a perception.
24.
You don't notice anyone watching you.
Okay.
Occasionally, you did see a couple of people giving this gentleman a once-over. I'm not sure if he's what you're into, but you can see the appeal for some people.
Just so everybody is aware, Nellitha is into everything.
All right. So yes, you can see the appeal and why people might be looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure how devoted you are to the fire genasi back home.
Listen.
So. All right. So perhaps Nellitha is appreciating him as well.
Do he got the booty?
Oh yes.
You do.
She's behind him.
He is wearing a very flattering pair of leather pants.
Oh, leather in this heat.
The sacrifices one makes for fashion.
Look, I'm just going to jump in and say Herder is offended at the at the comments that Nellitha was throwing his way earlier.
You don't know her relationship with the fire genasi. They may not be exclusive.
And you don't know any of this is happening.
Yeah, I know. If Herder, okay, fine. Greg is offended.
Greg can be offended all he wants.
Yes.
All right. So he takes you to this door, turns to look at you, and then glances around to see if anyone else is paying attention, and holds his hand above the knob as if to turn it, but doesn't actually make contact with it. And the door opens.
Last time I was in town, did I know this door was there?
Roll me a history check.
14.
It doesn't seem familiar to you, but you had done your best to avoid the area around the magistrate.
Fair enough.
He holds the door open and gestures for you to step inside.
I go in.
He steps in behind you and closes the door, and his hand hovers above the doorknob once again. And he turns around and makes a little flicking motion with his fingers. Several little lights appear in the room. It's a very plain room. Wooden walls, nothing fancy, no windows, just the one door, and a table, and 2 chairs in the middle of the room.
Interrogation, then.
You could call it that. That just sounds so messy, though. I just have a few questions.
Ask away.
The ring you wear. Where did you get it?
Picked it up here or there. Not really sure. Mine's going.
Right, yes. What do you know about this ring you have?
It's an artifact.
Indeed. Have you used it?
No.
What can you tell me about Abram Zinketa?
Abram Zinketa? Not heard that name before, ever.
Roll me a deception check.
21.
He gives you a hard stare. You're sure about that?
Pretty sure, but like I said, my mind is going.
Mm-hmm. What about the vendor, A to Z Goods?
Terrible name for a vendor, that's for sure.
Well, no one ever called Abram particularly creative.
I don't know anybody by that vendor.
I'd like to see the ring, please.
Why?
To verify.
You just told me that it was like a beacon to you, so you know what it is.
I'd still like to lay my eyes on it.
She'll pull the chain out and hold it up, but not let him get any closer than that.
He sort of blinks and leans back. Right.
Got the magic eyes, do you?
That particular artifact is something that affects me, we'll say.
Interesting. How so? I put it away.
It's very bright.
Very shiny, too. Probably worth a lot of money.
And remind me, how did you acquire it? Picking up here and there?
Who knows? A friend gave it to me. I bought it in a shop. Like I said, my mind
A
is
to Z
going.
Goods, perhaps?
Like I said, I don't know who that is.
He leans back in his chair. All right.
Nellitha has not sat down. She is standing with her back against the opposite wall of him.
You might want to get comfortable. Might be here for a bit.
Don't worry about me.
Old bones and all, that limp of yours.
Yes, my frail old body.
Roll another deception check.
I'm gonna use a luck.
Oh.
27.
He gives you a suspicious look, but lets it slide. So you've never heard of Abram Zinketa?
No.
All right. And you've not been to town before?
No, I've never been to town before.
I would like you to make me a wisdom save, please.
Okay. What's the DC, Danny?
Tell me what you rolled.
Am I being charmed?
Mm-hmm.
I can't be charmed.
Oh.
I have advantage against being charmed. So.
Okay.
Natural 20.
All right.
So 24.
He sighs. You're not going to make this easy, are you?
What fun is that?
Right. He stands up, walks to the door, and leaves.
Who are you to the man you keep talking about?
He closes the door behind him.
So much for answers for answers. And there's no windows in here.
No windows.
Is there a window in the door at all?
No. It is a solid door.
Sit down in the chair. Kind of just look around. Is there a lock in the door?
Roll me an investigation.
25.
There is no lock.
And the door is locked, right? It won't move anyway.
It will not move.
Okay.
In fact, with the 25, when you try to touch the doorknob, it is not there.
Fun. Okay. I'll wait.
Okay. Do you do anything in particular while you're waiting?
I'll probably fiddle with a coin that's in my hand. Probably just sit there and wait.
Did you bring your knitting with you?
Always.
What are you working on?
The never-ending scarf. Might as well give her the same thing I have. But it's much longer than mine. It just comes out of the bag of holding. It just keeps coming out.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Okay. You get several inches of knitting done before this gentleman comes back.
Can I see out the door when he walks in?
Briefly.
Okay. It's fine for now.
He sits down again. You've got a project, I see.
Never go home without one. And a book.
Oh. Well, I suppose leaving you to stew then isn't all that effective, is it?
I've been kept in worse places than this.
I'll ask you again. Are you familiar with Abram Zenkota? Zenketa.
And I'll ask you again, what is he to you?
He was a friend.
Was, past tense.
Yes.
My condolences.
You assume he's gone?
You said was. Usually people don't speak about somebody in the past tense unless they are dead.
Or dead to me.
Or dead to you. Still, condolences.
I'm going to ask you about another name.
All right.
The Temnota. You can roll me a history check.
Okay. 14.
That is good enough.
Oh, thank goodness.
You are familiar with this organization.
Oh. How familiar, Danny?
You didn't realize who you were working for at the time, but you completed a job for the Temnota.
May have heard of them once or twice.
And do you have any feelings towards them? Any opinions of them?
Opinions. At my age, not really.
At your age?
At my age.
I'm sure you're nothing but opinions.
I have not heard that name in a long time.
We'll try another.
Okay.
The Argia. Go ahead and roll a history on that one.
11.
You think it's vaguely familiar.
Who is that? Or they, or it, or your horse, maybe?
The Argia are opposed to the Temnota.
I don't know how any of this has to do with me.
Well, you are carrying the artifact of a rather powerful member of the Argia.
Ooh. Exciting.
You are just not helpful at all, are you?
You accuse me of... You're holding me without really accusing me of anything. Throwing names out there. Am I being arrested?
Not at this time, no.
Is this part of your outside of your law job? Are you a part of one of those organizations?
I am.
Which one?
He gestures, and a few more lights fill the room. My apologies, madam. I have not properly introduced myself. And he stands up, draws himself up to his full height, straightens up, maybe flexing a little bit to demonstrate how well he fills out his shirt. Gives a slight bow. My name is Halandanos, and I am a member of the Argia.
Danny, the Argia.
Yes.
They're not the ones that I was working for.
No.
Okay.
The Temnota
Yes.
are the ones you worked for.
Ooh. Rather impressive. How high up in that organization are you? She is nonchalant, sitting back in her chair. She don't give a fuck about how impressive he may be.
High enough that I've been entrusted to be aware of this artifact if it should return to the walls of the city.
Interesting.
That's all you have to say. Not curious at all, no questions about this artifact or what it might do or why I might want it or any of that?
I assume that anybody who wants the artifact wants to use it.
Interesting. Do you believe its previous owner wanted to use it?
I don't know the previous owner.
Are you aware of what it does?
To an extent.
For the listeners at home, tell us what you're aware of that it does.
Danny, I don't know what... Nellitha's a liar.
Okay.
But also, you and I didn't discuss what it did, so...
It can do whatever you want it to.
I know that it has great power. Power that could be used for either harm or good. I have done neither with it. I have only held it.
Do you believe you could defend the artifact from someone who desired it?
I think I have done a pretty damn good job of defending the artifact.
And yet I was aware of it the moment you walked into the city.
And yet you haven't taken it off of me. You're aware of it, but I have had it for 20 years, and it has never left my possession.
Where do your travels take you, my friend?
Here and there.
Specifically now?
Here and there.
All right. Are you hungry?
I'm all right.
Thirsty?
Not particularly.
Right. Well, you're not being particularly helpful to me.
I don't have to be. I'm not being arrested.
Well, you are in possession of a stolen item. So, under the laws of the magistrate, I do hereby place you under arrest. And he stands up and walks around the table to bind Nellitha's hands.
In front or behind?
Behind.
Okay.
If you do not willingly return the stolen property, we will proceed to the magistrate, where you will spend the evening in jail, and we will resume our discussions tomorrow.
I will not be returning it to you.
All right. He's going to, rather gently, because he believes he's working with an old woman here, start
Bird bones.
leading you towards the door.
All right. Okay.
Are you doing anything in particular? You're just letting him take you next door.
Waiting for the door to open.
He opens the door.
I misty step 30 feet away.
Ooh.
And then I run.
All right. I would like you to make me an athletics check. And keep in mind that you have your deficiencies for being an elderly person.
I don't remember what those are, but thank you. Does it have to be athletics?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it at disadvantage because her hands are bound behind her back?
Shut the fuck up, Greg.
I believe you have a disadvantage because of a bad knee.
All right. 20, not natural.
Well, his 28 can catch up to you.
Even if I double dash?
He can do the same.
Oh, good. This is great. Okay.
And he will link his arm through yours.
Can I use my cunning action to have dashed more?
You can.
So...
Roll me another athletics.
Natural 20. Oh, it's at disadvantage. Fuck!
Yep.
20, not natural. I keep rolling 20 and 19.
Okay. Are you continuing to run, I assume?
Yeah.
This dice likes the 18s. Yeah, he is able to catch up with you again.
Cool beans.
Friend, I suggest you stop.
Firebolt.
On him?
On him!
Okay. What does he have to do there?
Oh, it's not him. It's me, baby.
Okay.
24 to hit.
That hits.
And we're gonna do some fire damage. Really just trying to distract him enough to get away.
I love Nellitha right now.
Everybody loves Nellitha right now. 29.
29. He doesn't like that.
Nope.
Roll me a perception.
23.
Well, you see 4 city guards begin running towards you.
Cool. I'm going to... You know that thing that people can do where they jump and put their arms, like, from behind them?
Uh-huh.
Nellitha's gonna do that.
Roll me an athletics.
Isn't it acrobatics?
Okay, fine. Acrobatics, but it's still with disadvantage.
That's okay. Acrobatics.
You're busted.
Acrobatics is a plus 12, baby. 28.
All right, you're able to get the pawns in front of you.
Great. She's gonna run up a wall and get to the roof of one of the buildings.
Roll me an athletics.
Okay. 19.
At disadvantage.
It's still... I rolled at disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay. What is your AC?
16.
This is like watching a chess match.
4 of the city guards hit you.
Okay. That's fine. Oh, they have disadvantage. Nope. They have disadvantage.
Why do they have...
Because I have the cloak of displacement, baby!
Okay. Well, that one still hits.
That's fine.
That one still hits.
Whatever.
And that one still hits. So 3 of them still hit you.
Okay.
39 points of damage.
All right.
So you're on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
You're not very subtle.
That's fine. I'm running.
Roll me another perception check.
Okay. 22.
You see more guards.
Perfect. Okay.
A lot more.
Okay.
Like 15 more.
Okay.
It seems that everyone in the downtown area spotted your firebolt. And, they're a little suspicious.
Cool. I am going to keep running and also avoid them as much as I can.
Roll me a dexterity save.
That is a 19.
Okay. Your speed is now halved.
Fuck. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm gonna click the boots of haste.
Okay.
So I believe my speed is probably the same thing. Let's see. Yeah, it doubles my walking speed, so I'm back up to 30.
Okay. I need you to make a strength save, please.
Oh, Jesus, a strength save?
And I believe this is also at disadvantage.
Sure. That is a 16.
You are restrained by a net of starlight.
Oh, fuck. Is this something I can cut through?
No, it is a magical effect.
Shit.
The city guards begin scaling the building.
Is it completely holding me, or is it just, like, on me?
You are restrained.
So I can't move?
No.
Alright.
On your turn,
Mm-hmm.
you can make another strength save.
Okay.
So they have all moved closer.
Okay. 17?
You break the restraint.
Perfect.
You do take 3 points of radiant damage.
Ooh, perfect. Okay. I'm gonna scramble back up. Okay.
That is all you can do on your turn is try to break the...
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Unless you can do something else while you're restrained.
Firebolt? Technically?
Okay. Which of the 15 city guards...
I'm not gonna do that.
On this turn, they are able to reach you.
Cool beans. I'm gonna... Oh my god. I don't want to kill any of them.
You do have the option to surrender.
Who's gonna do that?
I don't know, someone who's got 15 city guards surrounding her?
It's fine. Surrounding. Come on. So they're gonna try and grab me. I'm going to disengage. Are they actually, like, around me?
Essentially.
Or are they, like,
Oh, they're coming from all different directions.
Shit. Is there an opening at all, Danny?
Yes.
Okay.
Make me a dexterity check to see if you can get between them.
Just a check, not like a saving throw or acrobatics or anything?
Just a check.
Okay. 22.
You can find a spot that you can slip through.
Okay. Gonna do that. Gonna run, dash. Soon as I see a place... the city isn't near water, right? Is there a river in the city? Is there anything like that?
Not downtown.
Right. I'm trying to get away from downtown as much as possible. We're doing Assassin's Creed rules. Just, I'm running. I'm running as fast as I can out of there.
Make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay. 24.
Okay. You notice there are fewer guards following you at this point.
Okay. I don't like that.
You're still running?
Yeah.
They are also running.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Is there any place that I could, like, slip into and then try and disappear into, like, is there a place that I could drop down and basically start disappearing through the streets? A crowd coming through.
There's not a lot of crowd, but if you were trying to leave downtown, you're going to be getting to more of a residential area.
Okay.
Where there are spaces between some of the homes. and narrower roads than there were. So you can give me another sleight of hand to see if you can disappear.
29.
You only see a handful of guards following you now.
Keep going until I can lose them.
Roll me another sleight of hand.
25.
As you look behind you, you don't notice them following you anymore.
Okay. Keeping an eye out for that big bitch, though, because he can... Bing!
It's getting dark now.
Shit.
Definitely into the evening.
Didn't we pick up sending stones? Did we? Is that a thing we did? I think we did. And Nellitha has
Zolt
one.
has the other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tucked away in her bag. She's gone to take a long rest. Because you didn't contact them last time, so we can't retcon.
No, that's fine. It makes sense. It makes sense. Do I know of an old thieves' hideout?
Roll me a history check.
22.
Yeah, you had spent some time here at Glimmerhold. It takes you some time to get back to it. It's been a while since you've spent any amount of time in town, because someone would have found you, apparently, before that, if you had. So it's been a good amount of time, but you were able to find the safe house, for lack of a better word.
Do all the things that I need to do to get into it without triggering anything. Get inside. Take the necklace off. Drop it into the bag of holding so that maybe that dimension pocket would make it less noticeable to the dude.
Okay.
Pull a dagger out from my boot and shove it into the fucking table and try and cut through these restraints.
The safe house that you've walked into.
Oh, fuck. God damn it. God damn it.
Roll me a perception.
Oh, no, Danny. 22 again, sorry.
Okay. You were a little distracted as you were getting all of this in place. But as you have driven a dagger into the table and start trying to saw at your bonds, you hear a clearing of a throat from the other side of the room.
Hello.
You, know a wizard who'll fix that table for you?
I have money that I could give you. Last I checked,
Right.
This was my safe house, though.
It's cute that you think that this is a safe house.
Well, it was last time.
Did you read the thieves' cant outside the door?
I was a little busy.
Right. Well, if you'd like a hand undoing that rope, I could probably be a little faster than sawing through it with that dagger of yours.
And who are you?
This person steps out into the light. It's a tiefling. Red skin,
Okay.
very bright yellow eyes.
Do I know this bitch?
Roll me a history check.
All right. 17.
You said it's been 20 years since you were last in town?
Maybe.
Give or take.
Yeah. Since the job, basically.
There's something familiar about them, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
Mm.
You gonna let me help, or you just gonna...
I hold out my hands.
Alright.
You didn't answer my question, though. Who are you?
Sri.
Shri?
Sri.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you too. And they come over
Sri
and...
Racha.
They come over and quickly undo the ropes that are holding your wrists together. Nice rope. You might want to hang on to it now that it's not all tore up by your dagger.
Quite.
Or not, I don't know. Your call.
Is he a young man? A old man?
They are indeterminate. Definitely not a kid,
Okay.
but not super old. You don't think that they would be welcome in Pennycross yet, but they look like they've lived a hard life. There's a room upstairs with several bunks if you need to crash. And, table here is That's got a knife in it now, but...
She pulls the dagger out.
Thank you. I've got a stocked up bar over in the corner here. Figure if you're here, you're probably up for a drink.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you choose what you want. If you're in here, you're probably not the kind who'll trust a drink someone else pours for you.
No, not at all. I'll grab one of the bottles and, like, take a sniff to make sure it's not poisoned.
Go ahead and roll investigation. Let's see what
Okay.
you can tell from that.
20.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Okay. Keep an eye on him. Them, sorry.
Right, so, I'm gonna head upstairs.
Alright.
I'm getting tired.
Have a good night.
I will be warding my bed, so please don't try to stab me in my sleep. And, I will not stab you either.
Sounds like a plan.
You know, it's the whole concept of a safe house.
Oh,
We're
yes.
supposed to be safe here.
Definitely. Who runs this one now?
Me.
Who are you with?
No one in particular. I got, allies throughout the city. You with someone in particular?
Just a retired person coming through town.
Right. Looking for a safe house. Sure you're actually retired?
I was. But then a dragon and undead and now necromancy has pulled me out of retirement.
You know, that sounds like a story. I could be convinced to share a drink if you feel like sharing. Or I could go to bed. Whatever.
I could be persuaded.
Well, bar is yours.
I grab a couple of glasses. Grab the bottle that I had taken the shot from. And sit down at the table. Put some coin over the mark that I put in the table.
They smile at you.
And
Appreciate that.
I tell them about everything that happened in Pennycross without naming the town.
Do you tell them about the wizard statue that Erasmus wished into being in the center?
Yes. 1000% yes.
So, you off to fight some wizards?
It would seem so, wouldn't it?
Does kind of sound like it.
Yeah.
You and your friends got some,
Friends.
cohort? Companions?
Neighbors.
Neighbors. You and your neighbors have some, have an interesting life going on there.
Supposed to be retired.
Yeah, well, retirement, turns out it's not all it's cut out to be.
Apparently not.
Well, that's a lot of drink for me and a lot of story to process, so...
Have a good night.
Good night. If you leave, lock the place up. If you want to come to bed, like I said, plenty of bunks up there. Don't stab me, I won't stab you.
I only need 4 hours and then I'll be out of your hair.
Sounds good.
I'll stay at the table for the night.
Okay.
4 hours are up, I will slip out to leave Sri to sleep upstairs, but make sure, like, all the traps that they had before are put back into place, just in case the guard shows up. Hold on. I peek my head out before I do fucking anything.
Before you wake up,
Fuck me.
you're doing your 4 hours of trance. I would like you to roll a perception check.
God damn it, Danny. 28.
You hear the sound of the door opening. Of the door opening properly, indicating that it is someone who is aware of this safe house and knows what they're doing.
Can I slip behind the bar?
Okay. You see Holland come in.
Who? Wait, the guy, the fucking guy? God damn it!
All right. Pretty sure you're here. And that means I'm pretty sure we're on the same side. I'll answer your questions.
Nellitha pops up from behind the bar and is like, what the fuck are you talking about?
He sits down, talking about a lot of things.
Apparently.
But if you're here, you're one of the good ones. Relatively.
Good. Very funny.
How about this? You're not one of the bad ones.
All right.
If you were Temnota, you wouldn't be here.
You're right. I am not one of them. And I will answer your questions.
Let's sit down.
Question for question, I sit.
You can go first. Show good faith.
You said that the man that had the artifact before was just a friend.
That's the easiest way to describe him. That's what I call him in front of strangers. He was more than that.
What did you call him? Not in front of strangers.
Friend, uncle, mentor. He was a lot of things to me.
So you know who I am, then?
I have my suspicions.
Yeah, because it seems like no one has ever asked my name.
And that will be my first question. What is your name?
What did I go by when I was here?
One of those, I see. Lovely.
It's part of the game, the job, all of it.
True enough.
My name now is Nellitha.
Nellitha. Is that what you'd prefer for me to call you?
Sure.
Pleasure to meet you, Nellitha.
I am sorry about your uncle.
Your turn. I won't press my luck, unless you'd like me to. I'd be happy. I have a million questions.
That's fair. So, you're a member of a thieves' guild?
Among others, yes.
And working for the city?
Yes.
How did that work out? How does that work out in general?
It's a bit of a challenge, keeping my two lives separate.
Would seem like it.
We also have a few highly placed members in the magistrate that can arrange for certain instances to be overlooked.
City's changed, then.
It does that. When you flush out the evil. Try to, anyway. We can keep the bad. Keeps it fun. Gives me something to do.
A righteous thief?
You've heard stories of those, haven't you? You've been one of those, haven't you?
No.
Right. So you are familiar with Abrams and Keta.
I am.
How?
I was tasked with a job. I am a person with a decent set of skill sets. He was...
A job.
Yes. The only job that I've ever actually regretted.
I think that makes me feel a little better.
If I had known what he was carrying, I would not have taken the job. But it would not have been me who killed him to get it. The next person would have given the artifact over and
Things would be different.
gotten their money. They didn't. It wasn't cheap. They were offering quite a bit of gold. But
Oh, yes.
that person might also not be alive as well.
Yes, you certainly would not have remained alive after the job.
Yeah.
Well, perhaps you would have. I see that you are alive now, so...
Did you expect your gods to kill me?
Oh, no, I expected that the Tonoto would have had you killed after not giving them the artifact, so... Got some skills. The guards are getting better, but...
Self-preservation, darling.
Right, your turn.
My turn. So I'm assuming you know the tiefling that lives here then, too?
Sri? Yes. They're quite lovely.
They are. How did you two meet?
Well, it's a little complicated.
Isn't it always?
We met on a job. We dated for a bit. Things didn't quite gel. And when they wanted out, I set them up here.
So they just live here?
Well, they maintain the place.
Protector of wandering thieves and assassins and all that?
Essentially. My turn. Where are you going?
I am heading to the wizard school.
Roll me a perception.
Great. 21.
You see him react to that
Ooh.
before he speaks. You cannot go there with that artifact.
My turn. Why?
Because someone there wants it.
Do you know who this someone is?
I know it as a professor. I haven't been given a name. I know he's affiliated with the Temnota. He cannot have this.
Do I remember the person who hired me? Do I have a name for that person?
Roll me a history check.
Natural 20.
You know that the name he gave you was Gregor.
Fuck. Probably doesn't help, but I was given a name of Gregor.
That name means nothing to me, unfortunately.
I pull out one of the drawings from the artists who were sketching the fucking statue, and I show him this. Does this look familiar to you?
It's the headmaster of the school.
Do you have a name for him?
Yeah, that's the Archmage Iridium. Eater Iridium.
So do I have a story for you?
All right.
I am an old woman. Should be retired, right?
Mm-hmm.
I live in the retirement community of Pennycross. A stay for now. It probably will not last. Nothing ever does.
Indeed.
We have had necromantic issues there. Somebody graphing skin onto other things. Raising a beholder. Raising the dead.
Right.
A very interesting neighbor of mine wished this man, an image of this man, into the middle of our village.
Interesting.
What does this artifact actually do?
It grants a great deal of power. My understanding is that it has power over the dead. I can provide a safe place for it here.
Can you guarantee that?
I would stake my life on it. And I will return it to you when you return to town.
Interesting. Why?
For 20 years you have protected it. I ask only that when your time comes, you make arrangements for it to be returned to me.
I could probably...
Or, well, you're an elf, so probably one of my children, or someone that I would designate. We'll have discussions.
I am very old.
Are you?
Yes.
You don't look that old. For an elf.
Great skincare.
But you cannot take that to the school.
Is he a part of...
I don't believe the headmaster is part of the Temnota. If he is not made up
Why
even
would he?
remotely. Well, I suppose so. I am not aware of him being a member of the Temnota.
Do you know any of the members of them? Any names that you could give me just in case?
Sure. And he'll start writing a few things down. The two of you are going to be here for quite some time. Quite some time. There's a lot of information exchanged.
Who knows how much of it is true from Nellitha?
He is hoping that it is. He is trusting you with this and giving you quite a bit of detail about this group, this organization, which I will share later so that you'll have it for next time.
Perfect.
And have this information that you can share with your companions.
Maybe.
If you so choose. Maybe. Do you choose to leave the item with him?
Yes.
All right.
With a single threat. If this gets him killed, she will figure out a way to bring him back and kill him again.
He pulls something from a bag of holding.
Gotta love those.
It's a flask. About yay big. And inside is a shimmering pink liquid. Will you trust me?
Sure.
Calm down, Aladdin.
He passes you the vial.
Okay, I look at it.
Drink it.
What is it?
It's a connection.
How much of a connection?
Sufficient.
That is not the answer I was looking for. She drinks it. What does it do?
As you swallow, you feel like a wave of magic wash over you. And when you look back towards him, and he's holding the ring on the chain, the ring is glowing like a fucking beacon.
Ow.
It is blindingly bright. He covers it with his hand, and it's still blindingly bright. And you can feel that it is right across from you. If anything happens to me, you'll still be able to find it.
Doesn't mean I'm not going to kill you again.
Well,
Where did you get this pink bullshit that does this? And it's only to that item?
it is only to this item.
And now forever, if I have it in my possession, I'll just turn around and go, oh, light!
Yes.
Ugh.
Sorry about that.
Fucking warning next time, Jesus.
Right. Well, unfortunately, it was something that Ebram brewed up himself. That's why it's a small amount. There's not a whole lot of it left. We do have a spell book to create more, but I'll wait till you're back.
How many of us can do that? Is this gonna wear off, or will I just be able to, like, look to the city and see a beacon of light?
It fades with distance.
Okay.
I wasn't able to see it until you came back into town.
Fair enough.
It's about a 20-mile radius, give or take.
Jesus.
Abram was a rather powerful mage. You got very lucky.
She does not say what she was gonna say, but in Nellitha's head, she was like, easy to kill.
You know, magician's very squishy. Right.
I'm good at my job. Sorry.
Well, I drank mine 20 years ago. Still working,
How
so.
old was you then?
Fairly young. Fairly young. Right. Well, you might want to rest up.
Oh, I'm rested.
He interrupted your rest.
Oh, damn. Will I be able to get back to that bar, or...
Oh, yeah. I can take you there.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm with the magistrate. We've got some high rankers.
How are you going to explain all this?
Oh, it wasn't you.
I pull out the hat of disguise and put it on. Does this help? And she looks
That makes it even easier.
She looks completely different.
That is fantastic. Right, let's head on back to your bar.
Sounds like a plan.
And he will escort you back through town so that it's a little bit faster than you trying to figure it out from where you are after that panicked run. And you get back to the bar. He leaves you at the door. You head inside.
Yep.
And you do see that Erasmus is sitting at the back table with Gabriel. You can hear them as you come in.
Oh, Lord, they need to sleep.
And I'm sure you've chosen a table not next to them.
Yeah.
In your disguise.
Yeah.
You have a drink. And a little while later, you see Isolt and Herder and Owen come in and start talking to the bartender. And that is where we're going to leave it tonight. So, Nellitha lore, fun times.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. Nothing unexpected there. Nothing new. No.
Yet I'm still more frightened of her than ever.
You should be.
And now she's vaguely blinded, but that's fine.
Only when that thing is apparently feet in front of me. Which is going to be real hard to protect it later when it's back around her neck.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us tonight. Hopefully that was entertaining for everyone. We will be back in 2 weeks' time, where hopefully we will get the whole party reunited.
Woo!
And I will have some lore for Nellitha to share if she so chooses.
Will she,
Or not.
won't she? Who knows?
Probably not.
I'm not worried too much about having to get this stuff done because she's not going to share it. It's fine.
I suspect she'll share lore, but it won't be what you share with her.
That is a possibility as well. All right. Well, thank you all again for joining us, and we will be back in 2 weeks. See you all later.
Bye.
A Majestic Goose podcast.
Honk.